Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen for another week's worth of What's for Dinner. My name is Bethany, or Budget Bethany, and today's What's for Dinner is nothing but crockpot meal ideas. So I didn't want to heat up my house that much this week, so I decided I was going to cook everything in the crockpot and share it with y'all. And to start with, we're going to be making some crockpot tater soup, and all you'll need is a package of southern hash browns, a block of cream cheese, 1 can cream of chicken, and about a half of the family size chicken broth, or probably about 2 cans if you're going to get the canned chicken broth. And then the bacon and the shredded cheddar cheese is optional. You don't have to have that, but I promise y'all, you'll want it on there because it adds so much flavor to the tater soup. So to start with, you'll pour in your southern hash brown taters and your 1 can of cream of chicken and your half a chicken broth. Then I cut my cream cheese up into cubes, put that in there. I always cook mine on high for about an hour, and then I turn it down to low and cook it the remaining of the time. And y'all know I really stink at following directions and measuring everything, so I'll leave that on the screen for y'all, or either in the description box, so you can get the exact measurements and the cook time and everything like that. I mix all those ingredients together, and then I pop the lid on there and let it cook. And when it's done, oh my gosh, y'all, it is so good. If you have never tried tater soup, I really recommend you trying this recipe.
Right there on top of the moon, we could sit and do nothing. I wish we were both to just...
Alright y'all, here it is once it was all plated up. This is the simplest meal you probably could ever cook, and it was so delicious. I can't say that enough. Anyway, moving right along, we're going to be making some Crockpot BBQ ribs, and I just seasoned up my ribs with some mustard, yellow mustard, and whatever kind of seasonings you want. Doesn't really matter. Then I put it in the Crockpot, and I added just a little bit of water in there just to keep it from scorching or anything like that. I did cook this on high for about, I think, 5 hours. Then once it was done, I took the ribs out and placed them on a baking sheet right here, and then I spread my barbecue sauce all over them. Then I got to preparing my side dishes.
Let's live down by the water, watch it come and go home. I wish we were both to like sail away. I just don't wanna care.
Okay, so here's my ribs again, y'all. My mom was really blown that the Crockpot cooked those ribs that good. But for our sides, we've just got some peas that I put up in the freezer, and I'm seasoning them up with some bacon in pieces. Then we're going to have some tater salad, so I've got some taters cut up right here with 1 egg. And then I've got some eggs boiled back here that we're going to make some deviled eggs with. Here it is, all plated up, y'all. My mom was really blown away about how good the Crockpot cooked those ribs. They taste just like they were baked in the oven to me. I could not tell any difference. Moving right along, we're going to be making some Crockpot barbecue chicken. So to start with, I'm just putting my chicken in the Crockpot. Then I'm going to season it up, and I always tell y'all to season it however you like your chicken seasoned. Then I'm going to add some honey, and then I add some barbecue sauce, and I just cooked that on high for about 5 hours, and it turned out delicious as well, y'all. My mind was really blown about how good the Crockpot can cook. I never really used my Crockpot like this. I always just used it for soups or stews and stuff like that. And my mom was really blown about how good it can cook some meat. So if you've never used your Crockpot to cook meat, you need to try it. Your life will be changed forever.
Let's live down by the water, watch it come and go home. I wish we were both to like sail away. I just don't wanna care. Can you be here and I'm good alone? I'll be okay, miss you like an old friend.
Okay, so for our sides to go with our barbecue chicken, I'm just making some like sweet carrots right here, and I'm just adding some butter and some brown sugar, and I'm just going to, I also added a little bit of water just to keep it from scorching or anything. Then I'm just going to let that simmer on low until I get everything else prepared, which is probably like 20 minutes.
I wish we were both to just fly away. I don't wanna care. Just be here and I'm good alone.
And our other sides to go with our barbecue chicken is going to be some fresh corn right here. I'm just going to boil it up, and then we'll add some butter to it and some salt and pepper when it gets done. And I'm also making some mashed potatoes, so I just boiled up some potatoes, however many you need for your family. I'm adding some butter, some milk, and some salt and pepper. And I'm going to use my fork because Miss Teeny from Life with Teeny told me to use a fork, and it keeps your potatoes fluffy. So that's what I did. Thank you, Miss Teeny. It worked marvelous. So, and then also I just boiled some boxed macaroni and cheese. Nothing fancy. Everybody knows how to make boxed macaroni and cheese. And that was dinner on this night, y'all. It took me maybe 20 minutes to prepare the sides, and my chicken cooked in the crock pot, so I didn't have to stand up here and wait for chicken to cook all night. And my house didn't get hot, so it was a win-win for us. It turned out delicious. My kids cleaned their plates, so I can't really complain.
And I'm good alone. I'll be okay with you like an old friend. Too scared now, thinking I should call up on her.
Y'all, I got this pork tenderloin tips right here that I'm going to put in the crock pot, and I'm going to season them up with some brown sugar, some Italian seasoning, some beef broth, some yellow mustard, Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, and some vinegar. You know, just a little of each of those. Then I'm going to cook it in the crock pot on low all day. And when it gets done, I'm going to shred it up and turn it into barbecue. I'll add some barbecue sauce to it. And we're going to eat it on sandwiches or potatoes, whichever one everyone prefers. Some beef broth, some yellow mustard, Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, and some vinegar. You know, just a little of each of those. Then I'm going to cook it in the crock pot on low all day. And when it gets done, I'm going to shred it up and turn it into barbecue. I'll add some barbecue sauce to it. And we're going to eat it on sandwiches or potatoes, whichever one everyone prefers.
Right there on top of the moon, we could sit and do nothing. I wish we were bold to just fly away. I don't wanna care. Just be here and I'm good alone. I'll be okay, miss you like an old friend. Too scared now, thinking I should call up on her. I think it's hard how we always wait another day. How we watch things that can't just walk away. Let's live down by the water, watch it come and go home. I wish we were.
And here it is once it was all done and plated up. It was really good. I hope y'all enjoyed this week's What's for Dinner. If you did, please don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.